Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Tricky World. So in this video we will be looking at one particular issue which most of the user face while recording macros. So recording is not that difficult. Anyone can record the macros because that doesn't require any technical knowledge to have. But here the issue which we will be talking about that is to have dynamic range instead of a static range. So we will see with an example. So here we have one table where we have 3 columns: ID, name and department. So I will create a small macro. I will record a small macro and there will be few steps which I will be recording. So in order to record, I will be going to developer tab. There is option of record macro. So randomly I will give name, let's say Qui. Okay, so now macro is running in the background. Any step I will perform in this particular Excel file, that will get recorded. So what I will do, first step I will remove grid lines. Again, same steps I will follow. I will put borders, I will align center, auto fit, maybe background color, okay, and header I will do bold, and I will give, yeah. So let's say these are the steps which I have performed on this particular table I have. So now whatever steps I have performed, automatically coding would have been generated in the backend in Visual Basic. So in order to check the coding, we can click on developer tab, we can go to the macros and we can click on edit. So here we have entire recording which has generated. So the challenge which I'm talking about, that challenge will come when we have not fixed length of table. Rows might increase and rows might decrease. Further, to clear my problem, I will copy the same data. I will create a new tab. I will paste here in values. I will delete all sheet. So now again we have come to the very starting from where we had started. We have that same table again and we need to perform those steps. Now we have already recorded a macro, so we can insert one maybe shape for triggering macro. We can right click and assign macro to this which we had recorded. So now you will see, if I will click, let me create a copy of this first, create a copy, yeah. So you will see, if I will click on this particular icon, then macro will run and automatically those steps will be performed. It's working perfectly fine. But if we have another scenario, let's say these rows have increased by certain numbers. Now if I try to click on this particular, see only that particular range have got those formatting things. The rest of the rows are still unformatted. So how to solve this particular issue? So there are 2 ways to solve this particular issue. I will go one by one for each. So first one, let me again create a copy of this, paste. I will delete the rest of the 2. Yep. I will again insert one shape. Yeah. So now if I increase rows by certain numbers, if I go back to the coding of macro which I had recorded in macros, edit, So this was the coding which was generated, and the very second line we can see that it's indicating range A1 to C5, specifying the range here. So it will select only this range A1 to C5, but we want this particular line to be dynamic. So what we can do, we can give very first cell, which is A1. So I will mark it into comments and I will create a new line instead. So range A1 dot, there is a command which is current region dot select. So what we have done, actually, instead of selecting one particular range, which is this one, we have selected range A1, which is first, and current region would be the entire data. So if I now try to run this macro, yep. So now, irrespective of number of rows, it will format all the data, whatever data will be there in this particular Excel file. So this is our very first way we can manipulate the coding which is getting generated automatically by recording of macro, or we can tweak the code. So I will again go into the macros, edit. First way, we have this particular range A1 dot current region. This works perfectly fine. In case there are certain challenges, or in case this doesn't work, which is a very rare case, then there is another solution. I will mark it into comments. I will create third command. So first I will select range A1. So range A1 will select basically this particular range A1. Now within this range I will put comma, cell 1 I have given A1, cell 2 I will give again range A1 dot end. What is end? End would be the end of data. So there are 4 ways we can put end. If I start bracket here, Excel down, left, right, up. So basically if we see, we need to go to the last, first right, then down. So we can give either way. We can give first end down and then end right. So here end, first I will give Excel down dot select, then again I will give. So what this particular statement has done, it will select this particular region. Sorry, not this one. It will select this particular region A1 to the Excel down. Now we need one for right as well. So what I will do, I will put range selection. Selection means this particular select is selected. Selection comma selection dot end Excel to right dot select. So this would be the second way to overcome that particular challenge. So now we can try again. Let's say, let me copy all this data, paste, and along with that let me copy this as well, paste. Now if I increase further this and I try to run, it's working perfectly fine. So these are the 2 ways how we can keep range dynamic. One, this particular, if I remove this apostrophe, this particular statement. Second, these 2 statements. So this is all for today. Thanks for watching Tricky World. We will meet in our next video. Thanks.